We are live. We are also direct. She leads, she sells with. Story strategist, founder of Aligned and Assigned, Molly Gomez, who helps women already carrying that real responsibility to navigate growth, discernment, and influence. She helps to create leaders who step forward in their calling with wisdom, authority, and obedience, helping them seek depth over noise, clarity over hustle, alignment over performance. She leads, she sells. Welcome to Molly Gomez.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Amazing, amazing. Gomez, is there Spanish influence there somewhere? Married?
With my husband, yes. When I got married, yes, he is Spanish.
Yeah. Habla español?
No habla. I should probably get on that, but no habla. Really nothing.
Amazing. Speak to me about who you serve. Like, are they six-figure entrepreneurs? Are they starting on their journey? 10K month? Like, let me know a little bit about who you serve.
Sure. So to start out, I have served, I would say what I have served in the past are a lot of the beginning entrepreneurs starting out. What I have served more in the last, I would say, probably like year or so are the ones that are the leaders, multiple 6, 7 figures. A lot of them have not been able to share their true story yet, really taking that lived experience and actually being able to increase their market demand with it. A lot of people will just kind of hide and saying like, oh, nobody needs to hear that, or I don't have time to share it, or I don't know how. But really, your story is the catalyst for the strategy that you need in this season. It's the multiplier, it is the gas on the fire. And so many people are just tired of more information. They want transformation. And what better way to get it than from your story through what you share on social media, your podcast, and all over the internet?
Yeah, I think I agree. It's one of the, especially in this age of AI, samey.
Mm-hmm.
Story, that's the differentiate. That's what AI cannot replicate. It cannot replicate your authentic stories that are locked in here, which I think is absolutely powerful. How are you getting visible in the marketplace?
I am a grade A networker. Now I have some other like AI systems on the back end to connect with me with the right people, but ultimately like AI does not have my eye. And I am really like keen on who I want to connect, why I want to connect with them. And I have tried so many different types of lead gen strategies, but at the end of the day, it's like that personal connection. People can feel it. There's an exchange of energy, an exchange of actual interest. So I do a lot of networking. Then I also do a lot of speaking, whether it's in-person events, speaking and training in front of masterminds or other events. That's a big multiplier for me as well.
Yeah, give us your take on how to get in front of other people's audiences, networking. What sorts of things do you do?
You have to take time with people. At the end of the day, everybody says you don't have time, but you do not have time. Like you have to go make time. So how you get in front of people is number one, you have to add value on your page where it is like relentless, where I'm giving value. I'm just giving it away, giving it away, giving it away. And so many people know that already, but you have to be consistent with it. Help people perspective shift, give them a good laugh, like give them something where they can latch onto to be memorable, because those types of stories stick. So it starts with your brand first and foremost. Then from there, you have to be intentional when it comes to whether you have a prospecting machine, you're doing it yourself. I do a little bit of both. And so the primarily like I will have AI run in the background to be able to connect me with people that I should be connected with. But I always have a deeper eye of like, oh, I see where they're going there, but it's just not quite deep enough in my industry when it comes to storytelling. You have to develop a keen eye of like, they're almost there, but they might need a little bit of help. And if it's not them, it's probably somebody connected to them. So when you go and you friend people, you follow people, whatever, anytime I do that personally, I follow it up with, here's why I connected with you. I love this. This really stood out to me. I would love to take it a step deeper and get on a call. A lot of people may think that's archaic, but when I have 85% of my business coming from referrals, I can speak from experience of like it works. And so whether they're the one to work with me or they open me up to their network to speak in front of or introduce me to, it works every time and it's always worth the time.
Okay, thank you. Visibility is queen, as they say. There's no point of being the best kept coach who nobody knows about, right? So that's the whole element of visibility. How about selling? What's your views on sales? I really believe sales is an opportunity to 10x the value. Now, where some people are giving off scripts, I'm the type to give out value, to really give personal insights. Um, what's your take on sales?
I agree. Value is king. Like you have to be able to give value because anybody can come up with a script that AI can pump out for you. But if they don't see the value that matches, it's not going to go anywhere. And honestly, if there's a skill set you want to get really good at, it should be sales. It should be communication. It should be sales because that without that, your business won't go anywhere and you won't have an impact and you won't make any money.
Yeah, thanks. What's more important? Is it lead generation or sales, would you say?
Honestly, it's sales because if you have the right product, depending on what, like, it depends on how much you want to make, right? You have to reverse engineer. If you need to make $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, what is your product price at? And then you have to know how good you are at sales. So then it really boils down to how many leads, qualified leads that you need. So ultimately, I mean, leads matter more than anything. But at the same time, that's hard between leads and sales because you could have all the leads, but no sales skills. You don't close anything. So, I don't know what I would choose over leads or obviously you want to be good at sales, but you have to have leads in order to sell something.
Yeah, no, makes sense. I like your approach in terms of like that personable approach, because there's lots of people who would not rather work with someone who's at level 20, who might not know where they are when they're at level 4. So when they're at level 4, they might work with someone who's level 6 or 7 because there's closer proximity. They might know how to make that leap further than the guru who has the shiny courses, but that's what they're doing. They're marketing, right? They're not really tapping into your precise situation.
Yeah, I agree. You want to proximity matters, and having somebody, whether there are a few steps or there are quite a few steps ahead of you. It just matters. Like, do they have what you want? Do they have real fruit? Is what I like to call it. A lot of people can have results, but are they a person of integrity? Are they a person of value? Like, I really get to know the person before I invest into anything because I want to be a good steward of my investment. And your brand could be that thing that really leads them in where they just met you 30 seconds ago, but you're like, there's something real here, done. And your brand is actually even selling on your behalf. So when you have those leads coming in and they're eyeballing your content, honestly, like they get sold each and every time they click on one of your posts.
Yeah. Tell me, what books are you reading right now? Yeah, what's the and any insights from those books? I know, I'm looking into this book again, Energy Leadership, because I really do believe that sales is energy transference, and the elements of fear, serving, joy, limitless energy. So that's what really enrolls people, is that energy. But any books you're reading right now, and what insights can we take from them? Yeah.
Yes. I would say the number one book that I always get leadership insights and everything steals from these principles is the Bible.
Wow.
The leadership principles, it all comes from the Bible. So you open that up and you will find principles for days. I was in that book solely for a number of years because I just was like, I don't want to glean from human wisdom at all until one book came across. And now there's more books that are coming across, but divine timing, I would say. Blueprints of Dominion. I can't even pronounce her name. I think her name is like Isa. It's like, it's an African name that I cannot pronounce. I wish I had the book next to me. It's in my kitchen.
Okay. Yeah.
But Blueprints of Dominion, it's a black book, gold lettering. Go look it up.
Yeah.
It is so profound because it really is uncovering the prophetic blueprint of us in the marketplace, the giants that have held us back generationally, the inheritance that we get to walk into, and the fight that we need to really press into what is ours. We give up so easily. We've become so soft as a society. And I always take it back to biblical principles. Some of these guys had to wait an entire lifetime, never saw it, waited hundreds of years because they lived much longer back then. And if we have to wait 2 weeks or 2 months or 2 years, we're over here just like, oh my gosh, it's not for me. Character is built, things are coming out, things are always working on your behalf if you choose to see it.
Wow. Wow. The ladies that Issy Iganegba. Yeah. Is it
Thank
yeah.
you. I butcher it every time. I appreciate you for finding that. I'm like, even if I pull it up, I'm still going to butcher it.
How would you like to be remembered?
I would say this is a quote that I have lived by ever since I heard it, and I don't even know who it's from. And so I'm like, you know what, Lord, maybe I'll just take it for myself. But I did not come up with it. It's I fight for people's possibilities while they'll fight for their limitations. And I specifically do that in the area of helping people step into their voice.
Wow.
So many people look at that as not an urgent thing, but if you have a business, it's urgent. If you have a mission, it's urgent. If you have relationships in your life, it's urgent. And yet we put it on the back burner. But when we are speaking life or death out of our mouth, it is urgent to know how to wield with this sword, which is our mouth,
Hmm.
what we want to have happen. And so many of us are thinking thoughts that are taking away, not adding to. So I fight for people's possibilities while they fight for their limitations is probably the quote I would love anybody to remember me by.
Wow. Wow. Profound words. What do you do to deepen your faith?
This is going to sound crazy, but anybody who's been following me knows this. And if you're brand new, don't be in shock, okay? But you might be. I get up at 2:30 in the morning during the week to spend an hour, hour and a half with the Lord in my car, uninterrupted, away from all distractions. I go into the gym at 4 and then I start my day after that. But I have built that lifestyle of giving my first fruits of my time to my creator over my phone, over my calendar, over my clients, over my husband. Like it is the first thing because when you go get filled up first, then you can come out of a place of an overflow. So that is what I do for myself every day. And then I have an amazing church that I go to that I'm there a couple times a week. And they have meetings that are called disciple revival meetings. So basically, it's discipleship meetings where people can really, that are hungry, can come and dig deep. And honestly, that has been the ticket for me when it comes to business. You learn sales, you learn how to connect with people, then you dive into the things that matter, and that is you. And being able to refine who you are, build up the character, build up the armor to know, hey, when I'm building this business or building whatever it is that God's put in your hands, I get to steward it and giants will come. Okay, bring it. But you're not going to tear me down. So you have to be in the right environments that build you up.
Like that. 2:30 in the morning every day?
Monday through Thursday.
God,
Yes.
2:30. I mean, what time do you sleep?
That is the number one question. I almost decided to like get it printed on a shirt. I am asleep no later than like 8 p.m.
Okay. Fine. Because often I'm up at 4 a.m. in the morning. Yeah. 4 a.m.
4 is a great time. It is that is early before most people. And
Mm.
so I know it's crazy, but at the same I'm a morning person, so I start early. Then I usually finish around like 1, 2 o'clock maybe in the day. And then I have the rest of the day to go do whatever, see some daylight, go outside, go for a walk, run errands, whatever. But yeah, mornings are my jam. That's when I'm firing off, which plays a huge part into how I connect with people, my business, my productivity, all of it, because I'm not waiting to just drag it out to the end of the day. It's like do the hard stuff first so you can do the fun stuff after.
Mm. What's your plan for the rest of the year? Like, what's the big goal?
The big goal, I would say, this year I launched what's called the Align and Assign Inner Circle. It's for faith-led founders in the 6, 7 figure level. So being able to bring the women that are meant to be in that room. It's not a matter of how many, it's those that are willing to go deep, that really want to be able to have that formation at the next level. A lot of these women are leading rooms or leading their own, whatever it may be, but they don't have a place to plug into to really be able to see the holes of where they're growing so rapidly, which can become very costly. So that is a big professional goal to be able to just have that room be filled with the women who need to be in there. And then after that, my husband is actually going to be graduating from basic training of the U.S. Army. And so we're going to be starting our journey of being a military family wherever the Lord leads with that. So that is going to be quite a big life change, which we're both very excited for come after summer.
Perfect. Let them know how they can get in contact with yourself and who specifically you're looking to serve, Molly.
Yes. So if any of this resonated with you, if you feel like you are a faith led founder that's looking for their people, they want to raise the standard in their sound. They also want to dig deeper levels of stewardship so you can be able to find those blind spots, move faster, and be around other women who are in a similar season of life. You can definitely reach out to me at signaturestoryco.com. The Molly Gomez on Instagram, Molly Gomez on Facebook, LinkedIn. I mean, I'm all over. So you can find ways to connect with me. I would love to be able to hear what resonated with this episode. And then, of course, connect if you're looking to explore more options to work together.
Wow. You really are graceful, Stin. God has put a light in you, and we really thank God for using you as a vessel to reach
Thank you.
hundreds and thousands upon thousands of women in the United States, because right now, obviously, there's lots of uncertainty. But I think you are helping people to lean into faith-led rather than AI-led, because AI-led will take us into any rabbit hole, right? But when you're
Yes.
faith-led, when you're God-led, it's always going to be true.
Amen. And you know what? What's happening right now? It is literally like scriptural of seeing things unravel, seeing the darkness come out. So we don't need to be fearful. If anything, it's like, oh, we need to press in. What have I been called to do? What do I need to do in this hour? And so many people are feeling like things are moving faster. They are, but don't be distracted by all the chaos. Press into your calling, and then you will feel the peace just like I feel.
Could not have said it better myself. She leads. So that's Molly Gomez in the cyber building. Muchas gracias. It's Molly.